Hey guys, so this video is going to be a little different. I'm taking you on a walk with me and we're going to chat about buying fast fashion secondhand because as you guys probably know, I think buying secondhand is one of the most sustainable and ethical ways you can shop, but I do get a few questions about buying fast fashion brands secondhand and what my opinion of that is. And basically, I think that's totally fine because you're not supporting the fast fashion company. Your money's going to the thrift store or the charity shop, so it's not directly going to those fast fashion brands and supporting their unsustainable and unethical practices. But there are, I think, a few do's and don'ts around buying fast fashion secondhand. And one thing that I would say to avoid is any sort of clothes with really noticeable or large logos or branding, because even though you haven't supported that company with your money, by buying pieces like that secondhand, you're basically advertising for them, so you're still supporting that brand. So that would be the only thing that I would say to avoid, I guess. And there are a few other things to think about, and one of those is if you ever see multiples of the same item in a thrift store, that's just something to be aware of. Now, this happens it rarely happens. I've only ever seen this once, but it could mean that the thrift store has purchased those items from the fast fashion brand at a discount and is reselling them. And if you do see something like that, I would recommend talking to someone in the store and just trying to find out where those came from and why they have multiples of the same item or a lot of new items with tags on from a certain brand, and see if they purchased it from them. And the one time that I saw this, I took a photograph of all the items and emailed the thrift store and basically said a big reason why I shop secondhand is because I don't want to support these fast fashion companies, so then I don't want to support a thrift store that supports those fast fashion companies. Yeah, and just basically explain that. And I'd be really curious if you guys have seen this before, because I don't think it happens very often, but it is just something to be aware of. And along those same lines is if you're buying from a private seller on eBay or any other secondhand resale kind of site, to just be aware if there's people that are selling a lot of new items or, again, a lot of the same items, because that could be that they're buying those at a discount and then reselling them. And I think it's pretty easy to tell if sellers are just selling their used clothes or if they're selling a ton of clothes and this is more of a business, I guess, for them. And to just be mindful of them. I'd say generally it's good to avoid those people that are buying and reselling. And also, I think if you have quite a few options of thrift stores and charity shops, it's great to support ones that align with your values. So to support charity shops whose causes you also support, because yeah, I mean, it depends where you live and how many options you have. I know some places really have very few thrift store and charity shop options, but if you have a lot of choices, it's great to look into and see where your money's going to. And finally, something that I wanted to chat about is tagging brands or mentioning brands in videos or on social media or even to other people that you purchase secondhand. For me, if I have any fast fashion brands that I've purchased secondhand or even clothes that I've had for quite a while from brands that I no longer support, I just either don't mention the brand at all or say that it's just thrifted or secondhand, because I really don't think it's necessary to mention the brands. I understand why people do it. It's pretty common to mention the brands or tag brands. And, you know, like a lot of people ask questions about where you got it from. But yeah, I just think that sort of also indirectly supports the brand. You never know, someone might see your top and think it's really cute, and if you say that it's secondhand from Zara, that's not necessarily going to encourage them to shop secondhand. It's going to encourage them to maybe go check out Zara. And if someone asks you where you got something from, I think it's totally fine to say that you got it from the thrift store instead of saying that it's from whatever brand and you got it secondhand. It just, I think in general, encourages more secondhand shopping instead of encouraging fast fashion shopping. So anyways, those are just some things to think about with buying fast fashion secondhand, and I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinion on this in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and for coming on this little walk with me. I hope this video was okay and there's an airplane flying overhead right now, but I hope that generally it's an okay video. I've had some technical difficulties with my camera and some other equipment, but hopefully in a few weeks it'll be back to normal because I'll be back in Germany. I'm in Canada right now visiting family. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.